Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Rogue Quant One coming at you from somewhere in Central America. Today I wanted to talk specifically about traveling internationally as we come out of this COVID phase. I had to travel on business to Panama and Costa Rica. I have 2 meetings down here. So here we go. First, you have to check to see if the country is accepting U.S. citizens. And you have to check to see what state they are accepting citizens from. For example, Costa Rica, up until October 5th, 2020, was not accepting anyone from California. I got turned away many times trying to enter the country this morning, and basically I had to pull up the U.S. Embassy site and show them the new law. So first, you have to check to see if the country you're traveling to is accepting U.S. citizens, and specifically from what state. Secondly, you need a PCR-RT test for COVID-19. RT stands for real time. It's a nasal swab. It costs about $225. You can do it, through one of these drive-through parking lots in West Los Angeles or in Beverly Hills, for example, or at your local, Walmart, I guess. This PCR-RT COVID test needs to be executed 72 hours prior to landing in your destination country. This can be a little tricky because the testing centers are not open during the weekend. So if you're traveling on a Wednesday and you're going to be in your destination country on a Thursday, you have to make sure that you have your COVID PCR-RT test taken by Monday or Tuesday at the latest. You have to count the 72 hours backwards from when you land to when you get your test. The test only takes 24 hours. They send you an email, and this email is very important because you get a PDF, and that's going to be uploaded later to the destination country's website, and we'll get to that in a second. So second, make sure you get your PCR-RT COVID test. Third, you need travel insurance. This only costs $20 to $40, but you need travel insurance showing that you are covered for $2,000 worth of hotel stay in case you get COVID-19 in your destination country and you're forced to quarantine for 14 days prior to returning to the United States. So that's a key thing. The policy also needs to denote that you need $50,000 in liability, at least $50,000. Most of them are $100,000, but you need at least $50,000 in liability in case you infect someone else. And lastly, when you get to your destination country, you're going to need to enter all this information. You're going to have your passport, your driver's license showing which state in the United States that you reside in. You're going to have your PCR-RT COVID test, the PDF. You're going to have your travel insurance PDF. And you're going to need to upload all of this information before you get out of the gate. So as you're getting out off the gate from the plane into, say, Costa Rica, you're going to have to upload all this information prior to entering immigration. So the QR is generated by this mobile-ready website. In Costa Rica, for example, the website is https://salud.go.cr. That's salud.go.cr. And that completion will actually give you a QR code on your phone. You will not be able to enter the country until you have this QR code. No QR code, no vacation, no business meetings, no nothing. And by the way, everything down here is shut down. Bars, clubs, everything. There's some of the biggest nightclubs, some of the funnest bars have been shut down for 7 meses. 7 months, imagine that. And this entire country of Costa Rica is based primarily on tourism. So this place is completely shut down, and it is starting to open very slowly, but I am literally the only one in the sleep-in hotel. I'm staying at a Best Western, a sleep-in. It's called the Sleep-In Hotel. It's in San Jose, Costa Rica. I am literally the only person in the hotel. It's kind of like being in The Shining. I came down here. I came down here to do some work, and we just finished a whole bunch of editing and coding and stuff on one of our new projects. So I wanted to take a little vacation, in addition to having 2 business meetings with people from the finance business down here. So it is extremely difficult to travel internationally, specifically to countries like Costa Rica and Panama, where they are seeing a decline in COVID cases. You can look it up, whereas America is seeing an increase in COVID cases. Now, this decline in COVID cases doesn't mean that the country is open. It just means that they're actually, with social distancing and all these measures, they're actually dampening the curve, essentially. Hopefully this will be over soon and the world will get back to normal, but the world is not fun anymore, ladies and gentlemen. You can't go to a casino in Vegas. You can't really go to a casino in Costa Rica. You can't really travel with impunity. Oh, here's my passport. I'll just jump on a red eye. There are no more red eyes out of Los Angeles or New York to Costa Rica. You have to travel through Guatemala or Panama or different countries, or make 5 hops in the United States in order to get in. And once you get into, say, your connecting country, because there are no direct flights like Panama, they will literally stand there at the ticket counter and say that you're not permitted to come in. I watched this woman at the ticket counter at my connecting gate, gate 141 in Panama, PTY, Panama City. I watched this woman literally turn away 2 other United States citizens. And it was actually wrong. They just upgraded the law. So before October 5th, 2020, American citizens were not allowed, especially from California, Californians were not allowed to come to Costa Rica. After October 5th, I believe it is October 8th right now, but after October 5th, the laws changed. All this information is up on the embassy website, the U.S. Embassy for Costa Rica. So I would suggest prior to traveling, have all these different things that I mentioned in order, and also have a printout of the destination country's U.S. Embassy's travel guide, because that's really what they're looking at. I had to go through 3 managers. I almost went back to Los Angeles. They were going to put me on a flight back to Los Angeles. I kept hemming and hawing with these managers. Another manager came, and finally they looked up the same thing that I had Googled. I had to Google the U.S. Embassy new laws and show them. They let me in. Once I got to Costa Rica, I had to go through this whole thing with the QR code. I was not allowed entry into the country, even though I have no COVID. I'm free of COVID. My test indicates so. So these are the steps for traveling internationally. And as an example, I figured I would let you guys know what it was like traveling from America, from Los Angeles to Panama, and then over to Costa Rica. It's not fun, and I probably will not be coming back for a while until everything changes and life gets back to normal. I feel bad for the Costa Rican economy down here. These people are, are really good. They're really good people, and they have a whole, society that is based upon tourism from the United States and Europe and Asia, and all of that is shut down. Every bar, every club, every nightclub. You can't go to your electronic dance music nightclub like Vertigo or anything anymore. And the bars that are open, not that I'm a big bar person, but if you want to just go and get a burger and a beer, they close. If you can find a bar that's open, they close at 10 p.m. local time. Okay, that's it, everyone. I hope you guys have learned something from this, and you can avoid the mistakes that I made traveling internationally, especially to Latin America.